we'll write a letter and we'll ask politely for it. You don't ask politely because, unfortunately, things are not given up without a fight sometimes. And disabled people and disability rights activists specifically know this. And Paula is at the forefront of 21st century disability rights activism, but she also has an acute understanding of what's gone on with PACE trial, having been subjected to graded exercise therapy herself. So I'm very pleased that she's offered to come down and speak to us. So Paula, it's all yours. Thank you.
On behalf of Disabled People Against Cuts, solidarity to all of you out here today, but also to everyone online who haven't been able to get here today, who are seriously too unwell to get here. And people don't realise what it takes for us to get here as well. How long it will take us to rest for days afterwards once we've been to an event like this. And I can speak from personal experience. In 2015, I had a long battle with a rheumatologist. I was diagnosed with fibro back then. I have rheumatoid arthritis on top of that. But the rheumatologist at Guy's, and I don't know if any of you have been at Guy's Hospital, I was fobbed off. The best thing for you is to have cognitive behavioural therapy and to have graded exercise. You're a sensible person, you're engaged with it. I went along to see the therapist at the pain management clinic at St Thomas's. All she talked about was depression, that I needed to change my thinking. I said to her, I'm in pain, I'm in agony. Do you realise what it costs for me to get up here? I'm on pain medication for my pain. It's not in my head, it's a physical condition. All she talked about was depression, that I needed to alter my thinking. And NICE have actually said recently that graded exercise is actually harmful for people with chronic conditions. So this is a message to NICE. You're not being very nice by publishing those guidelines. And this is a message to you. Publish your guidelines and do it now.
What do we want?
Publish the guidelines!
When do we want it?
Now!
What do we want?
Publish the guidelines!
When do we want it?
Now!
Yes. Paula's scary when she gets angry, by the way.
But this is a message to Simon Wesley and the Royal College of Psychiatrists. And are you watching? While you have had a hand in NICE delaying their guidelines, you've had a hand in millions of people with chronic conditions not being able to get blue badges, not being able to get the support for personal independence payments and being turned down, not being able to get employment and support allowance and being turned down. It's a physical condition, Simon Wesley. Get it through up here. You need to alter your thinking, not us. You're all warriors to everybody online, but you're especially warrior to me. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart to Steve, Nicola, and all of you for organising this. It's a massively important action to highlight, but it's important to hear the personal testimonies of what you're going through on an hour-to-hour basis every day of your lives. Now, I'm just going to do a quick call out for us next week. On Tuesday, the 28th, we're going to be at King's Cross. I'm sure you have friends who've been affected by the Universal Credit £20 uplift cut, the biggest cut to social security since the Second World War. We're also highlighting legacy benefits, which people with ME actually are getting. I was one of those who didn't get the £20 uplift on legacy benefits, and I was shielding. There were 3 million disabled people shielding towards the end of the pandemic. Costs were rising, energy costs were rising, and that includes people with ME who couldn't afford to make those choices between heating and eating, going without food to make sure they had a stable diet. So this is a message to the government, and we're absolutely appalled to hear that the legacy benefit court case has been postponed. We were told there were no judges to hear the case next Tuesday. We're going to be at King's Cross at 11:30. Not only are we going to be talking about universal credit, legacy benefits, all of you, what you're going through here today, but we're highlighting the impact of what disabled people went through the pandemic. And it's important to stress that 2/5 of disabled people lost their lives due to the coronavirus pandemic. Decisions, bad decisions the government have made. So a message to Boris Johnson, and are you watching, Johnson? Be afraid, be very afraid. Because DPAC are back on our first direct action in 18 months. So we'll see you all on the streets. But all of you, keep fighting, keep highlighting the issues, and I promise you this, you've got DPAC support to do it. Love you all.